Hi, welcome back to the Tarot Genie, where you receive insightful, intuitive answers from the tarot to your burning questions about business, career, creativity, communications, entrepreneurship, and more. Hi, I'm Laura, and today I'm greeting you from the beautiful island of St. Thomas, where I have the wonderful fortune of spending a week's vacation. And so that's why you don't see my usual screen behind me. And I really wanted to film this so that you could see some of the beautiful mountains of St. Thomas that I'm looking out at right now. But the lighting was just not working. I could only bring a couple lights with me on my trip to pack lightly, so we'll have to make do today. Hope you'll excuse me with that. And the sunglasses and my visor, I'm in my beach attire. As I mentioned last week, this week's question from the tarot is going to be, how do we take advantage of and use power words in our lives? Now, why is this important? Well, as always, I'd like to share with you a book from my library, Power Words, Igniting Your Life with Lightning Force. Love that concept of lightning force. I've been reading through this book these past several days by Sharon and Klinger, and it really is an inspiring work and a motivational piece that I highly recommend that you add to your library. Because I've always felt, and I agree with Sharon, that words are powerful. And that old children's ditty, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, simply untrue. Because I dealt with in the past issues of being the subject of verbal abuse. So I know how powerful and how detrimental the wrong words can be. So this week's question of the tarot is, how can you incorporate power words into your life so that you can be more productive, so you can operate with greater flow, and so you can have overall more energy as you go about the day-to-day activities of your life? I will be choosing 3 cards, and the first card is going to represent the situation. Where are you now vis-a-vis using power words? What is your vocabulary like? Card number 2 is going to represent the desired outcome. Getting from where you are now to how to go about what insights you need to have about changing your vocabulary from one that may be more limiting to one that's more empowering. And finally, the third card will represent the actions, suggested actions to take, which could include reading this book and could include being more mindful of your words. And this, just an aside, this really came to mind this morning as I was listening to a podcast, on a tarot podcast by one of my respected tarot teachers, and she had a guest on, and the guest had a lot of valuable information to share. But I have a pet peeve. I just don't like gratuitous profanity. And when it's so gratuitous and so frequent, it really, for me, undermines the professionalism of a particular individual. This is my personal pet peeve, but I know that words do have power. Excuse me, I just dropped the card. So I'm just shuffling and again, selecting 3 cards for this week. Get right to the question of what you need to know to incorporate power words into your life, into your business, into your career. All right. First card, where you are now, situation, using power words. And here we have the 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Coins, which shows when it's upright, and you can see it a little bit better. We have this woman who is enjoying herself, having an amazing time in her abundant, lovely vineyard. So the overall message here is that sense of abundance, of lavish abundance, of luxury. She has a falcon on her left arm, and there's a greatly illumined background. And so the sense is that this woman is greatly enjoying a life of leisure that she may have earned herself, or it's hard to say. But given that it's reversed and that the card represents the position of the situation, I feel that what this is saying and what this is advising you is that you are, if you are not using and incorporating power words into your life consistently, you are not being able to fully tap all that's at your disposal. You're not able to fully engage in an abundant, lavishly abundant life. Reversals can often represent something that is not fully expressed, and I feel that that's what this image is telling us today in response to this question, how do we go about incorporating power words, and what is the situation right now? So I feel that even myself, even though I'm quite aware of words, I don't use power words to their full advantage. And so this is what the situation is now. We're not fully tapping into our lives, the abundant lives that we could have. Second card is representing our desired outcome. Well, we want to take advantage of power words. And why would this benefit us? Well, we see here the Six of Swords, and swords, interestingly enough, deal with communications. And what we have in this image, it's typically associated with someone leaving a troubled situation. We've got these rocky, turbulent waters, and moving into a smoother area, a smoother outcome. And so this is suggesting that our desired wish, using power words, is that we want to be able to move from some turbulence, move from negativity into a greater flow of life. And when I look at this image and this man, this ferryman, is guiding these two individuals, probably a mother and her child, off to a different place, you get the sense of moving out of turbulence into a more calm and relaxed area. And this is definitely one of the concepts that Sharon Klinger shares in her book, is that you can, for example, she talks about how to make tasks or things that you find very difficult, make them easier. You can manage them more easily and in a much more effective and rapid way if you change your vocabulary about them. Use different words. For example, you might change, as I think the author Alan Cohen once wrote, instead of calling something a problem, call it a project. That slight shift, it's nuance, can make a difference. So the Six of Swords is suggesting that our desired outcome is, yes, indeed, it's basically affirming what we're seeking, is to move out of turbulence into greater flow in our lives. And finally, the suggested action you should take this coming week, vis-a-vis power words, incorporating power words. Well, what a powerful image. The Ace of Wands, one of my favorite images in the tarot and the minor arcana, because it shows this divine hand just emerging out of the ethers, presenting this strong staff or wand with, you can see the growth on it. And it's suggesting a new passion and purpose and project in your life that you get on fire with. And so the suggested action here, and sorry for the background noise, I can't control it, there's, oh dear, a lawnmower somewhere around here. What this image is suggesting is that take the action of fully engaging, seeing that this is a divine opportunity, an opportunity from the universe to take charge of your life, to infuse more passion and purpose into your life by using empower words. And sorry again for that background noise, can't control it. Didn't want to do this inside, although maybe I will next time. She gives a lot of examples of how things, I'm trying to find a specific one. But what I like, for example, is her discussion about affirmations, is you can make every affirmation a declaration by turning it into an action of body, mind, and heart. But what I always see this Ace of Wands is suggesting is that is really, because this is the suggested action, is really putting your heart and your fire energy into this project. And I'd like to conclude with what a statement is on the back of this book. It says, words carry powerful energy and have an astonishing impact on your life. With power words, you can generate new actions and lightning fast results. In conclusion, I'd like to just reinforce that right now you may not be fully activating every facet of your life to its greatest abundance, to its greatest power, if you're not using power words. Power words can take you from turbulence to triumph, to greater flow. And what you need to do is just get started, embrace this as a brand new beginning, a new passion and purpose, and go about it with that type of energy, and just test the results for yourself. And again, I highly recommend the book to get more out of today's reading. Get this book from your library if they have it there, or you may order it on Kindle, or from Amazon, the hard copy, or from your local bookstore if you have any more of those. I hope that this reading has been helpful for you. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. And remember that you can illumine your mind and inspire your life with the tarot.